My child, come close. I need you to hear something. Not from a pulpit, not from a page, but from me. From the one who made you, the one who knows every corner of your heart, the one who has never once taken his eyes off of you. I need you to hear this today, because I know what you've been carrying. I know what the last season has looked like for you. I know what happens when the lights go off and the door closes, and there's no one around to see you, and you let it out. I know, because I was there. I am there. I have always been there. I saw you crying. Not just the tears you cried in front of people, not just the ones that came at the funeral, or in the hospital room, or when someone finally asked how you were doing and you couldn't hold it anymore. I'm talking about the other tears, the ones nobody knows about. The ones you cried at 2 in the morning when the house was quiet and the weight of everything just became too much. The ones you cried in the shower so no one could hear you. The ones you wiped away quickly in the car before you walked inside and pretended everything was fine. Those tears. I saw every single one of them. My child, open your Bible to Psalms 56, verse 8, and hear what I inspired David to write when he was broken, when he was running, when he felt alone and surrounded and afraid. He wrote, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book." That was David writing about me. And what was true for David is true for you. I have been collecting your tears. I have been keeping a record. Not one has fallen without my full attention. Not one night of weeping has gone unnoticed in my heart. I want you to understand what that means. Really understand it. Because I don't want it to just be a pretty idea that floats through your mind and disappears. In the ancient world, people used to collect tears in small bottles, tear bottles, during seasons of mourning. It was their way of saying, this grief is real. This loss meant something. These tears were not nothing. And when I gave David those words, I was reaching into that image and saying something to every child who would ever read them, including you. I do that for you. I, the God who spoke galaxies into existence, who holds every atom together by the word of my power, I collect your tears. Do you understand how much you mean to me? You are not a number to me. You are not a face in a crowd. You are my child, known by name, loved before the foundation of the world, written on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49:16. I had you engraved there, not written in ink that could fade. Engraved, permanent. You cannot fall out of my hands. You cannot cry yourself outside of my love. You cannot go through a season so dark that I lose sight of you in it. I am not a distant God sitting far off in the heavens, unmoved by what you feel. I am close. I am near. Psalms 34:18. I am close to the brokenhearted. I save those who are crushed in spirit. Crushed, that's the word. Not slightly inconvenienced, not a little sad. Crushed. And that is exactly the kind of person I draw near to. If you feel crushed right now, that means I am already close to you. Closer than you think. Closer than it feels. But I hear you. I hear the question underneath all of this. The one you haven't said out loud, but you've thought 1,000 times. You want to ask me, if you saw me, why didn't you stop it? If you love me this much, why did you let it happen? My child, I'm not going to give you a cold theological answer. I'm going to sit with you in that question, because it's an honest one, and your pain deserves honesty. You live in a broken world, a world that was fractured the moment sin entered it. A world where people make choices that wound innocent hearts. A world where bodies fail before their time, where relationships shatter, where the vulnerable get hurt. That is not the world I designed. That is the world that a fallen creation produced. And I could have stayed far away from it. I could have watched from a safe distance. But that is not who I am. That is not what I did. I entered your world. I put on flesh and I walked through it. through the dust, through the hunger, through the rejection, through the betrayal, through the grief. I stood at the tomb of a man I loved, Lazarus, and I did not stand there with a composed explanation. I wept. I felt it. The Bible records it in the shortest verse ever written. Jesus wept. 2 words. And those 2 words tell you everything you need to know about how I feel about your pain. It moves me. Your tears move me. I am not unmoved. I am not unaffected. When you hurt, I feel it. And then I went further. I didn't just weep at a tomb. I walked to a cross. I carried the full weight of a broken world on my shoulders so that your pain, your specific pain, the pain you've been carrying, would never be the last word of your story. The cross is my promise to you that I do not waste suffering. I redeem it. I take what was meant to destroy you and I work it into something that carries eternal purpose. Romans 8:28. I work all things together for good, not some things, all things, including the thing that broke you, including the chapter you wish you could erase, including the tears in that bottle with your name on it. So let me speak directly to you now, not to the room, not to everyone, but to you. The one who has been strong for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to let someone else carry it. The one who keeps saying, "I'm fine," when you are not fine. The one who is exhausted, not just physically, but soul tired. The one who has started to wonder whether things will ever get better, whether this heaviness will ever lift, whether I even hear you when you pray. I hear you. I have always heard you. There is no prayer of yours buried at the bottom of a pile. There is no night you cried yourself to sleep that I was not right there with you in it. I never left. Not when it felt like I did. I never left. My word says I will never leave you, never forsake you, and I meant every word of that. Every word. I want to be your comforter, not just a concept, not just a theological truth you agree with, but a real, living, present comfort in your actual life. Isaiah 61. I came to bind up the brokenhearted. That word bind up, it's a healer's word. It means I want to come to where the wound is, tend to it, dress it, bring it toward wholeness. But my child, you have to let me in. You have to stop hiding the wound from me and from yourself. You can stop performing now. You don't have to have the right words. You don't have to clean yourself up before you come. Come to me the way David came, broken, honest, desperate, and real. Just say, "Jesus, I'm not okay. I've been crying and I don't know when it will stop, but I believe you see me, and I'm giving this to you." That is enough. That faith, even trembling, even tear-stained, is enough. I take it, I receive it, and I will not waste it. And I want you to hold on to this. Carry this with you when you leave today. There is a day coming, a day that my word describes in Revelation 21:4. A day when I will personally, not through an angel, not through a servant, I will reach out my hand and wipe every tear from your eyes. Every tear. The ones from your childhood that you still carry. The ones from that relationship. The ones from that loss you haven't fully grieved yet. The ones from last night. Every single one. Answered by my hand on your face. And on that day, there will be no more death, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. The old order of things, gone, and everything made new. Your tears are not permanent. Your pain is not your ending. I am not finished with your story. I have plans for you, Jeremiah 29:11. Plans for a future, plans for a hope. Not plans to harm you, plans to restore you. And I have been working those plans even in the seasons that felt most silent, especially in those seasons. So if you're crying right now, let it fall. Let it fall right into my hands, because that is exactly where it belongs. I've already been collecting it. I already have your name on that bottle, and I already know what I'm going to do with every single tear. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and I love you, not because of what you've done, not because of how strong you've been, not because you had it all together. I love you because you are mine, and that will never, ever change. Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened. Come, and I will give you rest.